Hey guys, so it has been about a month since my last video. Since then, a lot has happened. My main reason for not posting videos so much has been I was in a fairly bad car accident. Luckily, everyone involved was okay. I came out with a mild concussion and some whiplash. My girlfriend actually had a pretty severe concussion and pretty severe whiplash. And so I ended up taking a lot more shifts at work than I normally would, like a lot of overtime, trying to make up for it because my car was totaled, and so I just had a lot of other things on my mind. But today, I'm going to be feeding the dwarf Caiman some chunks of a fish head. This is actually a trout that I caught myself, and as if you couldn't tell, he's very hungry, as he always is. He's never had trout nor fish head, but I don't think he cares. I figured he'd have some trouble with the bony bits and the gills and whatnot. If you can't tell since my last video, the Caiman has really made his home his own. My plants are very sparse, and they're very moved around, not quite how I would like them. And I used to have a pile of rocks right there so he could get out of the water, but he has grown so much. He's just huge compared to when I first got him, that I actually couldn't keep those rocks there because he could use them to get out. I've always said I feel like my Caiman is going to be comfortable enough in his enclosure that even if he could get out, he wouldn't, because I've always thought he could get out. But one day I found him just chilling right here. He could have left. He was just hanging out there, and then he slid back into the water, so that made me feel like he had been doing that. So I definitely got rid of those rocks. It just really goes to show the intelligence that these guys do have. I don't know if this is actually the case, but to me, it seemed like he knew he could escape, but this was his home, this is where he had water, this is where his food always was, this is where his warmth was. And for all I know, he could have been out for a significant amount of time, and then found his way back up in here, and just decided he didn't want to leave. But I could also just be fabricating that, and, because, you know, I have no idea. He's struggling with that little piece, because, you know, he doesn't have hands. He doesn't quite get that he needs to swallow it in the other direction. This is a very delicious looking bowl. Got some eyes here. Got a jaw with another eye there. He took the big meaty bit right there. This is mostly bone. Fish don't really have bones, but you know what I mean, I'm sure. And then we got some of the chunks of his usual stuff, just to fill him up a little bit more. I'm going to really sploosh this around in this bloody water. Then drop it in there for the clown knife fish that lives in this enclosure. If you didn't know, I also have a fairly large clown knife that lives in here. He's very nocturnal. I think having this kind of environment has just really forced him to display more natural behaviors than he would in a fish tank. Because he just absolutely does not come out during the day. He won't feed during the day, but I am actually going to turn the lights off after he warms up after feeding. And it looks like he finally choked that down. So let's go ahead and give him this piece. This is more of a little bit of flesh for him. He's not the smartest when he eats. He gets very overzealous. That was easy, huh? No, it wasn't. So I just thought this would be something interesting to share with you guys. It was a new food source for him, just something interesting. You know, waste not, want not. I didn't want it, but I figured he would want it. I actually do have a few things to update you guys on collection-wise. So, if you're wanting to see some new things that I picked up, a new project, actually, go ahead and check out the video that will be uploaded directly after this one. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.